Hi, I'm Ronaldin Atienza, TM1101. This is the question for mathematics. Number 1 question. What aspect in life can you apply the basic concept of our subject? Generally, counting, addition, subtraction, and multiplication and division are called the basic math operation. So, number 2 question. How can you apply the essence of our subject in making decisions? Mathematical decisions are helps to rationalize the shifting of information and the balancing of alternative inherents. In any decision, mathematical calculator and assumption are accurate, which serves to elaborate and improve the quality of information under any circumstances.
Hi, I'm Hazel Joy Bagay from TM1101. So my first question to me is, what techniques need to occur in our subject in making decision to solve daily problem? My answer is, obviously it depends on what kind of decision. First, write down all the advantage on one side, then all the negatives on the other side. If you rank them also, you can even sketch out a negative, which offset a positive to narrow what really important. A good base point does start with depending on who you are dealing with and who is involved is to try to figure out their viewpoint of the subject and learn all you can do. Find out what they think and feel and what effect what is done will help on them. So this is my answer of what technique did you occur in our subject in making decision to solve daily problem. So my second question to me is, how important is mathematics for you as a student? For me, it's important because knowledge is vital important to me without mathematics. We will know very little about our universe. For that matter, mass of the science will be improvised without mathematics. So this is my answer of how important is mathematics for you as a student. This is my answer. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Pilar Sliban, and here is the first question. As a student, what do you think is the implication of our subject in the future? So as a student, mathematics is not only about solving algebra, geometry, ratios, percentage, and many more. In fact, when I was in high school, I see mathematics as a very stressing and annoying subject since it consumes most of my time solving a one quadratic function problem. Try to look at your environment and identify the shapes that you see. In terms of problem solving, mathematics can also lead me not only to solve mathematical problems, but also my problems in life. It teaches me to continue my dreams despite of all problems in life because it will be solved in the right time. In conclusion, mathematics can bring not only to a better surroundings for us, but also a better us to understand our surroundings in order to achieve a better environment in the near future. Our subject has a great contribution in the future for it to help us to think critically, not only when it comes to mathematics-related things, but with our own life too. This subject will be used to for future researchers, innovations, and developments. Here is the second question. What do you think is the difference of society with mathematics and society without mathematics? For me, society with mathematics is very useful and it is already part of our lives. Mathematics has always lived in our daily life without noticing it to ourselves. In the morning, we wake up, looking at the clock, and identify the time that includes number in it. Cooking, people use math knowledge. It is very common to use half or double of a recipe. Therefore, people use proportions and ratios to make correct calculations for each ingredient. It is likewise important in managing by means of money, balancing the checkbook, marketing, time management, studying, and many more in our daily life. Before, my understanding in mathematics is very stressful and very annoying. But now, I see math as one of the most important aspects in our life. Since since I found out that we can do anything without the use of mathematics. So, a society without mathematics would create chaos, because we would not be able to determine time or either measure anything in our surroundings.
Hi, my name is Ana Rabuyon, and the question is, what do you think is the reason behind the existence of mathematics? Mathematics makes our lives in order and removes chaos. The power of reasoning, imagination, abstract or spatial thought, logical thinking, problem-solving abilities, and even efficient communication skills are all certain attributes that are nurtured by mathematics. The cradles of all creation is mathematics, without which the universe will not shift an inch. Everyone needs mathematics in their day-to-day lives, be it a cook, farmer, mechanic, shopkeeper, doctor, engineer, scientist, musician, or a magician. Math seems to be the only ability you need to master in your life. At least you will be able to live without being cheated, stolen, or abused. You see, we can just live happily without mathematics. In our daily lives, we need math, and only doing the important basics depends on the ability to do math. Math allows us to have better skill for problem solving, and it encourages us to think analytically and have a better skills for reasoning.
Hi, my name is Ana Rabuyon, and the question is, what can you say about the mathematics is the language of the universe? Let's first define language. It is a complex of systems of words and symbols, either spoken or written, used by a particular community as a means of communication. The purpose of math is not just to deliver ideas with each other. Mathematics is a means or tools to predict the actual world. In order to be considered language, a system of communication must have vocabulary, grammar, syntax, and people who use and understand it. Mathematics meets this definition of a language. Linguists who don't consider math a language cite its use as a written rather than a form of communication. Math is a universal language. The symbols and organization to form equations are the same in every country of the world. Mathematics grammar and syntax, like vocabulary, are international. No matter what country you're from or what language you speak, the structure of mathematical language is the same.
Good day everyone, I am Tobias Miguel Macapagal Cabasis, and now I will give my opinion and answer from the two given questions. The first one is, what can you say about mathematics is the reality? The way it exists in this world, it expresses how real it is. Every humankind was made to discover things that they didn't know yet. Everything we do comes from our mind and it is manifested into reality. Because our thoughts becomes our words, and our words becomes our actions, and our actions becomes our reality. We can't do anything because we are not yet born. Mathematics is already existing in the whole universe. And no matter how accurate this statement is, we have our own perspective to understand and believe what it means. That's why I'm choosing my rights to agree with that. For almost 14-15 years in studying, including 18 years living in this world, I have already encountered mathematics many times. And I am one of those who can prove that mathematics is the reality. During my time on learning, I defined mathematics in reality through basic evidences such as amount of money, checking on the time, measurement, height, buying in the store, and other logical situations, and etc. Again, adapting its presence in our society can really define its reality. My next question is, how can you explain the nature of mathematics to a 3-year-old child? Everyone had experience of being a 3-year-old child, and I believe that everything starts with a basic procedure. My answer is based on my own experience and on how my parents did it to me. First of all, I'm going to teach them a simple counting of numbers in order for them to remember, memorize, and categorize the perfect transition of it. Then, I will tell them its essence to our society. I know that they are a good learner, so I won't have a hard time in discussing it to them. In this modern era, I can easily explain to them the nature of mathematics because we have the technologies like gadgets and television. I will use that as my core tools to slowly present to them its nature by showing a video that fits to their age. I will explain to the child that mathematics is everything where humankind will not be able to develop advanced technologies, and without the presence of it, we would be still figuring out each and everything in life. We know that building a knowledge of a child is due to the method of singing. So that I will try my best to compose a song with the lyrics related to the nature of mathematics and how it makes our life better. Maybe they may not yet fully understand its deep meaning. What matters is they already have an idea of what is the importance of it.
Hi, my name is Princess Cabezas, and the question is, do you think you can help the problem of the society using mathematics? Yes, of course. It gives us a way to understand patterns, to quantify relationships, and to predict the future. Math helps us to understand the world, and we use the world to understand the math. The world is interconnected. Using it, students can make sense of the world and solve complex and real problems. Math helps us have better problem solving. Math helps us think analytically and have better reasoning abilities. Reasoning is our ability to think logically about situation. Analytical and reasoning skills are essential because they help us solve problems and look for solutions.
Mathematics is of central importance to modern society. It provides the vital underpinning of the knowledge of economy. It is essential to physical sciences, technology, business, financial, service, and many areas of ICT. It is also growing importance in biology, medicine, and many of the social sciences.
My name is Princess Cabezas, and the question is, what do you think is the limit of mathematics? A limit tells us the value that a function approaches as the function's input get closer and closer to some number. The idea of limit is the basis of calculus.
In mathematics, a limit is the value that a function or sequence approaches as the input or index approaches some value. Limits are essential to calculus and mathematical analysis and are used to identify continuity, derivatives, and integrals. Limit. Mathematical concept based on the idea of closeness, used primarily to assign values to certain functions at points where no values are defined, in such a way as to be consistent with nervy values.
Hi, this is Lazalan Cinco, and the question is it possible that we can fix the boundary between humans using mathematics? Yes, mathematics is a human activity. All the objects are accessible for humans. When we do activities, our mind is active, so the boundaries are so connected with each other. Mathematics makes our life orderly and prevents chaos. It is certain that qualities that are nurtured by mathematics are power of reasoning, creativity, abstract, or spiritual thinking. Hi, my name is Lazalan Cinco, and this is the question. How can you determine the relationship between mathematics and society? Mathematics is one of the most important subjects in our society, in our modern society. It is important in our society. It improves and provides knowledge of economy. We also use this as quick and strategic decisions that are calculated, figures solve life puzzles. Every day, math shows the connections and possibilities. The earlier young learners can put these skills to practice, the more likely we will remain. Mathematics form the basis of most scientific and industrial research development.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Rustum A.D. Guzman, 19 years old, and I am from Tourism Management 1101. So the question that given to me is, what do you think is the advantage of mathematics in our society? For me, mathematics is a vital need, specifically in the modern society. It keeps everything orderly to prevent jowls. Like for example, imagine that there is no count of anything. How would you even numbers in making words? Or how do you make shape without measurement? Mathematics is not just a matter of number or a mathematical sign. Even in the simplest and most complicated things, mathematics is everywhere. Thank you. So my second question is, how can you determine the relationship between mathematics and family? Mathematics and family is part of our everyday life. Math is measuring, sorting, building, noticing patterns, making comparison, and describing the environment, as well as counting and knowing the names of shape. Find math activities that you enjoy and feel confident doing. Because in the end of the day, mathematics and family has its own problem, but in the end, there will always be a solution. Sooner or later, you will find an answer. Thank you.
Hello, good morning. My name is Liam Carl E. Delyamas from TM1101. And here is my first question. How can you determine the relationship between mathematics and society? Mathematics is of the central importance to modern society. It provides the vital underpinning of knowledge of economy. It's essential in the physical science, technology, businesses, finance, services, and many areas of ICT. It's also growing importance in biology, medicines, and many of the social science. And here are my second questions. Do you think we need to develop our technology using mathematics? Technology provides dynamic opportunities for instruction in math. We can enhance the learning process and make concepts come alive through engaging the interactive media. We may also offer additional supports to address the needs of all learners and create a customized learning experience.
Hi, my name is Lemon Joy M. Demiuga, student from STI College Balayan, taking Bachelor of Science in Tourism Management, Section 1101. So my first question in our task performance in mathematics is, when do you think or when do I think that math is effective? For me, in my opinion, and based on my own experiences, mathematics is effective when it delivers simple and easy. Because we can apply math with regularity in many situations. And we all know, and I admit too, that math is hard. But the truth is, it's not that really harder. Because when you truly want to understand it or apply it in yourself, it will become more easier than the other subjects. So, when we, the persons who hates math and think that math is hard, became a fan of math or an expert or good in math and maybe can help us or can help you in a real scenarios of your life, then that when I can say that math is effective. So, my second question in our task performance in mathematics is, what do you think or what do I think is the relationship between friendship and mathematics? I think, for me, the relationship between the two is their similarities, their connection, the things that they can bring in our lives. Because I can relate friendship in mathematics, I can relate mathematics and friendship. First, our friends brings or add value values in our life. They are the one who let us realize our values. Second is our friends subtract our burdens. If we have friends, there are someone who can talk to and share our burdens. Third is our friends multiplies joys, because if we have friends, we're happier. And fourth, divide our sorrows. If we have friends, we have someone who can face all the sorrows in our life, all the sadness in our life. Similar with mathematics, because math also add values in our lives when it comes to finances. Second, it also subtract our burdens, because math helps us in our real scenarios in our life and many problem situations in our life. Third, math also brings joys in our life, because sometimes if we understand deeply maths, it makes us happy. Math also makes us happy. And last is math also divides our sorrows or our sadness, because sometimes some people mix math as a hobby, as a pastime. So I think in that situation, that is the relationship of friendship and mathematics. The things that they can bring in our life. And like what I said earlier, their connections. Because if we can think it deeply, they are very similar. They are brought in our life joy, and they fulfill our life. That's it. That is the 2 questions for me from our task performance in mathematics. Thank you so much.
This is my first question. What do you think are the disadvantages of mathematics in our society? I think there's no advantage, because mathematics is of central importance to modern society. It provides the vital underpinning of the knowledge of economy. It is essential in the physical sciences, technology, business, financial services, and many areas of ICT. It is also of growing importance in biology, medicine, and many of the social sciences. For my second question, is it possible to determine the future of technology using mathematics? Yes. Like we're at school, everything we learn is separated into subjects. English class, physics class, math, and in some school even a technology class. But the truth is that everything is related. We might have noticed that technology is everywhere these days. And the same is true of science. So, modern scientific research uses both technology and mathematics.
Yes. The language ability and language choice of a person addressing a bilingual child are the most significant variables for the child's language choice. Young bilingual students speak as they are spoken to. In mathematics classroom, children will also speak as they are spoken to, depending on the language ability and choice of a person they are addressing them. We cannot use someone's code switching to reach conclusions about his or her language proficiency. Ability to recall a word, knowledge of a particular technical term, mathematical reasoning, or mathematical proficiency. Research does not support a view of code switching as a deficit itself or as a sign of deficiency in mathematical reasoning. Yes, we need to develop our technology using mathematics. Making math visual goes beyond students' engagement. Brain research indicates it to be integral to learning maths, representing all mathematical concepts visually and including visual activities at all grade levels. Technology provides additional opportunities for learners to see
and interact with mathematical concepts. Students can explore and make discoveries with games, simulations, and digital tools.